When the shop was momentarily unattended, a woman quietly slipped a box of chocolates into her bag. Although the owner saw her, he chose not to expose her. Flustered, the woman muttered an excuse about the chocolates being too expensive and turned to leave. But Vianne only smiled and said, "I can guess your favorite flavor. Consider this box my gift to you." Overwhelmed by the unexpected kindness, the woman fled in shame. What she didn't know was that she had just become the very first customer of Vianne's chocolate shop. For days since opening, not a single person had walked through the door, despite Vianne's remarkable skill. It wasn't entirely her fault. The townspeople were bound by old traditions and regarded outsiders with deep suspicion. No one could have predicted that this very woman, who had recently moved into town with her daughter, would eventually bring about sweeping changes to the village. That evening, Vianne sought her out and personally delivered the box of chocolates, hoping only to make a friend. Just as Josephine placed a piece in her mouth, before she could even taste it, her husband's angry shouts echoed from outside. Frightened, she spat it out and hurried away, whispering to Vianne as she left, "No one dares enter your shop, because the count spread rumors that you are a pagan bringing misfortune." In that moment, Vianne finally understood. A few days earlier, when she and her daughter were still setting up the shop, the count himself had come, inviting her to attend church. Vianne refused. From then on, his attitude had changed completely. Anger rising, Vianne stormed into the count's office to confront him. Thus began a quiet war of wills. At first, indeed, no one dared to step inside. Though the fragrance of chocolate lured many to the doorstep, they lingered only outside. Only the elderly landlady would occasionally drop by and sit for a while. Then, a few days later, a woman finally gathered the courage to enter. Vianne's daughter handed her a small round plate and asked what she saw. The woman replied, "A woman riding a wild horse." Vianne smiled and offered her a piece of chili chocolate. The woman took one bite, and her eyes lit up instantly. She bought a box on the spot, requesting it be tied with a ribbon so she could pretend it was a gift from her husband. Vianne also slipped her a small bag of cocoa to take home. After her husband tasted it, passion long dormant between them was rekindled. Not long after, Josephine returned, intending to pay for the chocolates she had once taken. But Vianne did not scold her. Instead, she invited her to stay. Through their conversations, she learned that Josephine had long endured her husband's abuse and humiliation. Vianne gently encouraged her. Everyone deserves to live for themselves. Not long after, Josephine was once again beaten. But this time, she fought back, tying up her drunken husband and finally breaking free. She sought refuge with Vianne, who welcomed her as a helper in the shop. When the count heard, he came in person, demanding that Vianne hand Josephine over. In response, Vianne lifted Josephine's hair, revealing the scars from years of domestic violence. The count was left speechless. He dragged Josephine's husband to the church, ordering him to repent and be reformed. As time passed, the chocolate shop slowly came to life. On the eve of Easter, Josephine's husband appeared again, this time in a suit. He offered a solemn apology and begged her to return. Though moved, Josephine only shook her head. "Thank you for the flowers, but I won't go back." She knew his nature would never truly change. Sure enough, not long after, he returned drunk and furious. In the middle of the night, he broke down the shop door, shouting that Josephine was ungrateful. "Who else would marry a woman who can't even use a frying pan?" he bellowed. As he stormed toward the bedroom, they tried desperately to hold him back but failed. Vianne stepped forward to stop him, only to be shoved to the ground. At that critical moment, Josephine roared, "Who says I can't use a frying pan?"